everybody here to the first official. It is numero uno. That's right, it's a fun card game as well as the starting of the defense. It is a tournament. Big thanks to actually Own3D TV who have really made this actually happen, as well as our lovely boys up in this little corner up here, Razor, who have actually been supporting us as well. But the $10,000, in fact, euros, not dollars, euros, about 14,000 US up for grabs. But the teams must compete through 2 group stages and then get through to the playoffs. This means we're going to have continuous action coming out from joindota.com for a very, very long time to come. Of course, I'll be the man actually bringing it out to you. We'll have a bit of a break. There'll be about a 3-week break. So we actually get to kick off, and they'll be like, oh, hang on, just wait, because we've got DreamHack, we've got SMM, and then we also have our Stars LAN in Kiev. So all of this kind of stuff will actually have to back itself through. So a lot of action, a lot of direction coming to you, and of course, the place we need to be in to see the direction for, actually, I should go through Pause versus the Elder Gods. So a lot of people actually don't know who Poras actually are. The easiest way to describe them is they're a compilation team. They're 25 centimeter as well as Deserto. They said to ourselves, okay, we're coming into the world of Dota 2. We need to find a stronger lineup. How are we going to do it? We've got to combine a couple of teams to see what we can do. And they took in these 2 teams, and they call themselves Poras, which is Serbian for peasant. There's no real direct translation for the word, I have been told. So it's not exactly a peasant, but it's also is a peasant, so if you can understand that logic. In the meantime, though, their opponents are TAG. Now, TAG, being a team, we have, well, actually not seen it all in the world of Dota. Not in Dota 2, at least. They've obviously been in the world of Dota 1. They are now coming into the world of Dota 2. They are the Romanian boys. TAG stands for the Elder Gods, and they'll be playing their game today. On the Radiant side, on the Dire side, we will actually have Poras. Also want to say welcome to everybody out in the stream. In fact, I'm going to do it straight to your face right now. Hi. What's happening? Look, E5, man, E5. We're back on the live air here at Join Dota, so I'm a happy chappy. Hopefully you are too, and we're going to have ourselves some fun, awesome Dota 2 action. I got to settle. We're going to look at this and go, okay, what would Synderin say if he saw these picks? Because I don't have Synderin, I don't have Slash here with me, so I must turn on my analytical mind as opposed to my mind that goes yippee, 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 yay! When I see something like, oh, is that a Prophet? Yeah. So, serious kind of side, so the Team Global strat will not be able to work because Ancient Apparition as well as Prophet has been removed. Prophet, such an easy ban, because he's just so overpowered. However, some people have been playing Prophet a little bit weird of late. They run him in a lane with other heroes as a support hero. So goes with level 1 TP, throws a ward out somewhere for a little bit of vision, and then just jumps himself back down towards the bottom lane to help out his carriers. It's like ending up leeching XP. Not a big fan of that strat. You can see how it works sometimes when your carry gets bigger in the later on in the game, so it's good for early game harassment. I actually enjoyed the other night playing him actually a solo lane. Ended up actually working pretty nicely, but if he gets, because you actually get a lot more XP as well as farm when you're actually sitting inside a lane when you're by yourself as opposed to jungling. But jungling adds in so much extra income into your team. That's always a great way to actually roll. But he will not be appearing tonight anyway, so I will not be talking about my favorite hero of the game, which is actually Prophet. Even though Joe Ranger is still here, but Prophet is my favorite hero to play right now. Ancient Apparition is taken out. Always happy to run a solo mid, but also happy to actually be a support hero as well. That global A ulti just loves it. We do actually have a bit of a specialty. We have one of our new heroes appearing tonight. We finished with Lich and Nighthawk being our bans. So the first pick to go to the Dire, they went off with a Tide Hunter thinking, you know what, okay, Tide Hunter, he'll work for me, man. Good, all-round support hero. The answer back was Windrunner as well as the Crystal Maiden. So Crystal Maiden and Windrunner, good side solo. Crystal Maiden, always a hunky-dory kind of supporting kind of hero. And then they also couple it with Omni Knight. Now, Omni Knight was obviously picked up a little bit later. But Omni Knight with the CM Aura, heals galore. Omni Knight is one of those new heroes as well. He came into the Captain's mode in the last patch. The heroes actually have about a week time when they get run through the trials of the beta. Before they actually become available in the captain's mode. That way things don't go completely imbalanced. And people actually know what's coming up too when it comes to competitions like this. Just help us balance it out like that. But Omni Knight, Repel, I'm interested to actually see just how well it's actually, or who he's going to cast it on as far as big heroes actually go. But has enough heal, can keep CM and Windrunner alive, is going to need to do that as well. Windrunner and CM, if they do actually get, well, either gushed, they can get shackled, they can get locked in with Puck's ultimate, they can get, well, basically if they get ward trapped, props to Rasa for doing so. Rasa's Shadow Shaman. He's called by Shadow Shaman here in Dota 2. And then the Tide Ravage. There's just a lot of stuff which can basically kill off CM and Windrunner very, very fast. Windrunner is, of course, a slippery little girl. Being a redhead, she does actually have 101 different escape mechanisms. Got a good stun. If she can actually latch him to a tree, it's kind of her style, as well as a Windrunner ability. So mass amount of evasion, and you basically just run your ass off. Basically max movement speed you get. So really hard to actually kill her off. But it's the same with Puck from the die. So Puck already have a good side solo as well. I love how the IRC chat's gone completely and utterly gaga. Great debut, guys. What's up? What's happening? Guys over there, if you want to join them too, try not to spam the IRC chat too much. Try and keep it on topic, just like our forums. Our forums being heavily moderated, so the enjoyment of conversation is actually increased. That's, of course, at join.com/forums, or actually it's the GameSpot stuff. Just go to join.com. You find everything in the little top tab. Go nuts. Void as well as Earthshaker now being removed, so Earthshaker being taken out. I'm wondering why the Dire actually did that. In the end, you look at the Radiant side, it's like, yeah, we got ourselves solo. We do need one more extra support hero. So maybe the Dire are thinking about something like a Chen and go a really big push with a Shadow Shaman. Faceless Void has been removed out by the Radiant, however. So just trying to move out those big hard carries, which are unstoppable. Funnily enough, the most unstoppable hard carry of them all actually has not been picked up or banned just yet, and that is, of course, the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage, there is the counter for all those lame asses out there who actually play him. If you random him, then that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. But yeah, SA actually being removed out by the Dire, so not wanting any invis gankers. Surprised they actually did that, though. Like, Stealth Assassin, he's not a bad hero to actually bring down. That's the funny thing. Like, you just pick up Slardar and you're good to actually go. You just keep casting ulti whenever you see SA, and he can't move, and he gives away every single position. And once he has the amplified damage on him too, SA is forced to get things like a Vanguard or some form of defensive health regenerating item, which isn't the way he likes to go. Early Diffusal, something along those lines, get a little bit slow, get a little bit of Purge, and then just basically just niggle all the way at the end. Spectre actually comes out into the ban pool, so taking out one of our big hard carries as well. That still leaves Anti-Mage in the pool, and the Radiant will be picking him up. Most guaranteed they'll be picking him up unless the Die get him right now. So that will have to happen because they're basically running out of hard carries. The hard carry pool is actually not that big when you take out Spectre, Void, SA being taken out too. We might look for like a Drow Ranger. Wouldn't be a bad option as well. You get that Drow Silence leveled up as much as you can, so you do get the maximum amount of time for the Silence. And you can shut down things like a Puck Escape mechanism or things like a Tide Hunter when he actually wants to pop off his Ravage and then he can't at the right time. Shadow Shaman wants to plant down some wards or wants to actually chain off with his stun through the Shackle, which is channeling, however, so if you do stun him, then you're fine. Well, there goes our Anti-Mage. But I would not be surprised if we see a Drow Ranger right now for the Radiant. A lot of repel, bit of silence, not a massive amount of stun is the only thing which is kind of like lacking from the Radiant side. Like the Dire, they got stuns, they got hexes, they got silences, they've got mana burning, and then of course the big ultimate too, which actually from AM does a mini stun too when it hits. So if someone is TPing out, pop it, and off you go. You can actually kill them off. I'm asking for a Drow pick. I can see Anonymous 5500. You can also do the same. If you actually go / Nick space, whatever name you want, you can change that in IRC. So I'll let you guys know that. Keep you in the loop. Have a little bit of fun, guys. Have a little bit of fun. All right, so Radiant have 2 more picks. They can only pick up 1, though. That's the way this kind of shizzle actually works. If you actually have... you do actually have in-game sound. You just won't hear it at all because you won't hear it much because it's actually a little bit quieter. But the in-game sound is actually there. We can't turn it up too loud, however, because then you won't be able to hear me and that. Then we start having ourselves a yellow bag. Yeah, we thank you. There's our Drow Ranger. Oh, we're dying. Oh, we're dying. I'm talking about myself in a third person in plural. Not beer, guys. Energy drink, German style. Helps with coughing. Yeah, we're not dying. See, this is what happens. I just get like this little bit of like a relive back into my heart. And it's like pulps back up because like, yeah, casting. Hell yeah, we're casting. Oh, yeah. I have a reason to pump blood around my body again. It's fantastic. Oh, and now I get Sin messaging me. Yeah, well done, Sin. They're practicing. Wish now comes up for the Dire. I do really like Poras's lineup, really. They got a lot of good stuns, they got a lot of good disable, they can pick up that damage as well. And if you do cast off that Malady, that will actually help, but Repel will also help you with that, as well as the heal from Omni Knight, so it's not to be underestimated that. They also have a lot of stayability from the Dire. I'm saying stayability because you have the Restoration that can come out from Witch Doctor, and he'll be keeping that Anti-Mage alive, so Anti-Mage can be a little bit more aggressive on that top lane as well. As far as these lanes actually go, you are looking at... Ooh, hello, Pudge. There's a little bit more stayability. That's going to cause a couple of issues for the Dire, especially if Shadow Shaman gets himself caught out of position. He'll die pretty fast. Same with Puck if he gets ultied. He does have a lot of escape mechanisms, that Puck, so he can get himself out of trouble if he gets himself a little bit too far into trouble. But Anti-Mage is the one I want to talk about. So Sealer will be playing Anti-Mage. We'll be heading up towards the top lane. He should be supported by Matori, or no, actually, Tizar will be headed up there, which means we're probably going to see Rasta... He's not going to see solo, because he can't solo the top lane. It kind of like defeats the purpose, because you always want to actually have your pull from down in the corner. But we're going to see, yeah, Anti-Mage going up there as well. So maybe our first gank, and then Rasta might rotate in. Yeah, there we go. Nivelum is going to head down towards the bottom lane as the Puck, which is kind of a little bit more what I was actually expecting from them. Pings coming out from all the players. It's like, we want to gank there. We want to gank there. So both teams doing their normal kind of thing of let's just run in the complete opposite direction of where everybody goes at the first start of the game. At least not wasting smoke doing so. But they will look for that kill on the Puck. But Puck already has an illusionary orb, so if he gets the timing right, it'll be almost next to impossible to actually kill him. Like, you got yourself a Shackle, you got yourself a Hawk, and they haven't actually leveled those up yet. I'm actually going Crystal Nova too, so no stun. That's already leveled up here by the Crystal Maiden. So they want to make life a living hell for the Puck in the bottom lane. Downside about that is you make life a living hell for the Puck. It gives more space for the Anti-Mage to actually get that farm as well. So now Tizar will head in towards that mid lane. So let's check out who's actually playing what as far as the Elder Gamers, not the Elder Gamers. What am I going back to Australian times? The Elder Gods. Coco. That's right, he's the guy who owns the barge. He'll be playing as the Omni Knight. We have Zal playing as, really? Is that? No, Zizal. He is actually the new guy added to the tech roster this evening. Freeze will be playing as the Dro Ranger. And then we have Come With Me playing Pudge. He'll be going up solo mid. And Lion will be playing the top lane as the solo Windrunner. There's a regen room for top lane, but that's not going to help anybody. So more than likely, it will just be destroyed in some near time, unless it's want to spam some ability. So Shadow Shaman will be going that solo mid. So the lanes have settled themselves out to where I thought they were going to go. So Shadow Shaman, solo mid, up against the Pudge. Should actually have a half-decent time in that middle lane, especially considering Pudge being melee. Gives Tizar a little bit more extra room to actually play and breathe with. And he's not really going to get ganked at any time. And if he does, then support can come down with Tidehunter as well as Witch Doctor. And all Witch Doctor's job is to keep this little guy, the Windrunner, as far back from the creep wave as possible to ensure he gets as very little XP. And then you see the double pull already coming out from Tide. They'll really keep control over this top lane, which gets that farm for Anti-Mage, which as all of us have known, if you've seen any form of Dota 2 shoutcast or, yeah, Anti-Mage becomes unstoppable. You can't stop him. His power doesn't really count.